From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
It's the showdown in Motown Part 2. The final 10 Democratic candidates work to strengthen their respective debate strategies as they get ready for tonight. We're going to take you inside of preparations at the Fox Theater. But first, we want to get to breaking news that we're following right now out of Plymouth, where several agencies, including the FBI, are digging up remains. Why victims of unsolved crimes might get a second chance at justice. That story topping our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassavate. This is a look at the exhumation operation from the ground. Let's get right on out to Rod Maloney, who joins us live there from Plymouth. And Rod, what are you learning?
Well, we're learning, Evrod, that this is an extension of a program that started back in May. You'll recall that we were there at the Knollwood Cemetery in Canton when they first started exhuming paupers' graves, trying to get DNA samples from the bodies that were in those graves so that they could identify them. And they are still in the process of doing that. DNA testing can take somewhere between 6 and 8 months. But today, we're at the United Memorial Garden Cemetery in Plymouth, and we'll go to the chopper now and show you the operation. And this one is much larger, much more expansive than the one back in May, because they're looking for more victims. About 24 now they have of identified people in these paupers' graves, and they are trying to find bones where they can get some sort of DNA match from them. And we're talking about cases that date back to 1959. Another case that they say that they have, which is a homicide. All of these people, by the way, homicide victims. Another case dates back to 1967. Superior Township, Detroit Public Works, all trying now to get these bodies exhumed. And you may recall that none of these had been embalmed as we would understand it. Essentially, they were bodies that went unidentified in the morgue. They were put in body bags, pine boxes, and then buried here. And so they're finding probably only bones at this point. But let's hear from the Sergeant Shannon Jones from DPD Homicide, and hear what she has to say about what they're doing out here and why today.
It's hard to work a homicide case when you don't have the name of your victim. So the goal today is to not only discover who the names of these victims are. I'm sure some of them are going to be people that are reported missing. They may be from here, they may be from another state. That I don't know. Once the results start coming back, giving us some names and identifications, then we can bring some closure to families, along with trying to do some work on the homicide case.
One of the other things that they're asking us is to have any family who has a family member that they believe might be in one of these graves, missing person, homicide victim, or both, that they want to hear from you, that the Detroit Police Department wants you to pick up the phone and call them and report a loved one missing. As it stands right now, they asked that the last time they did this back in March, make that May, and so far they've only had one phone call. They believe there are many more people out there who could make that call. So it's a 2-day operation. They'll be here again tomorrow. So that's it for now. We'll have full details coming up on Local 4 News at 5 o'clock. Reporting live in Plymouth, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty, Rod, thank you for the updates there. In Decision 2020 now, I want to give you a live look inside of the Fox Theater at the debate stage, as night 2 of the Democratic presidential debate is set to take place right there on that very stage. Tonight's debates are expected to be explosive, particularly when it comes to topics like race, inequality, and criminal justice. Tonight, frontrunners Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to be meeting again, and Paula Tutman sets the stage for us.
So this morning, a stroll down Woodward does feel a little differently than yesterday. Yes, there's the Fox, showed up great yesterday. People are very, very pleased, very, very proud. Also, we've got TV Row over here. CNN is doing its broadcast. You've got folks holding up signs, etc. But there's definitely a different energy. It is a little cooler, so it's a lot more comfortable. I think people have a sense of, okay, so we've already done this and we've got it down. So the energy isn't as frenetic, but I think people are still really, really engaged. And here's what we're not hearing about last night, that one candidate outshined the other.
The reason I came here today is because of one number, 10,704 votes. That's what Donald Trump won Michigan by. So I'm trying to remind people that if their candidate loses the primary, they got to unite behind the winner. That's why I made this sign. We need a better president. If all the Democrats, people that voted third party, they wrote someone in, they need to stay focused and think about what happened the last time. And if they want to make sure Donald Trump is defeated, Whoever wins the nomination, take the pledge. I took the pledge. I will vote for whichever Democratic nominee wins.
Of course, tonight could be different with Biden, Harris, and Castro in the mix. Of course, Local 4 will have you covered from the local perspective, which is really a very, very important perspective for all of us. Back to you.
Yes, it certainly is. Paula, thank you for that. Last night, the first 10 candidates, as you know, squared off. On full display was the ideological difference between the progressive leaders like Sanders and Warren and the other moderate candidates. Of course, one of the big issues was how to beat President Trump, as you just heard that gentleman mention, and what the key battleground states might be. The divide between the candidates was especially apparent when it came to the issue of health care.
This is an example of wish list economics.
This notion that you're going to take private insurance away from 180 million Americans, you might as well FedEx the election to Donald Trump.
We are the Democrats. We are not about trying to take away health care from anyone.
I'm the only one on the stage who actually has experience in the healthcare business, and with all due respect, I don't think my colleagues understand the business option, which is great.
Now, according to CNN, Senators Warren and Sanders spoke the most out of all the candidates, followed by Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Now, as preparations are underway for night 2 of the debates, Michigan politicians are making their rounds on cable news stations, talking about what they believe Michigan residents want to see in a candidate for president. Mayor Mike Duggan, who endorsed Joe Biden last week, spoke with CNN earlier this morning.
Biden told supporters at a fundraiser here in Detroit last week that this time it wasn't going to be so polite when it came to the debate. What do you think that looks like? What is your advice for him when he takes the debate stage?
You know, he will become president if he's nominated because he focuses on the lower and middle class, people who just want the chance to get training, work harder, and raise their standard of living. It's the whole message that the Democratic Party missed in 2016. And if he stays on that, he'll be fine. And if he gets pulled back into what happened 30 or 40 years ago, that's probably not his best area.
We do want to encourage you to join us all day long for live team coverage from the Fox Theater. We have in-depth analysis as well as interviews with the candidates, both on air and online at clickondetroit.com. Well, we do want to get you updated on your forecast right now as you take a live look from our Windsor Skycam at the beautiful Detroit skyline and Detroit River. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Brianna Roof for a look at temperatures right now and the big house.
Yeah, out in Ann Arbor, just as many clouds as anywhere else, but good Wednesday afternoon. A different feel in the air. 75-degree temp. Heat index is 75, so the humidity not having an impact. The clouds are keeping temperatures from warming up. We're still 69 Sandusky, north zone, probably not getting out of the 70s today, and we'll take it. It's low and middle 70s everywhere else. Harrow, Ontario, about 20.5 Celsius. For the rest of your day today, getting near 80 degrees, but we struggle with these stubborn clouds through most of the afternoon. By about 4 o'clock, clouds will become a little thinner, start clearing out, and again, no humidity. Well, a little humidity, but really not feeling the effects of it. So near 80 degrees today, clouds swirling around. Radar not reflecting anything, but these northeast winds keep the lake-enhanced clouds coming at us. Wait until you see the sun, the temps, the stretch coming up.
All righty, Brandon, thank you. After 5 months of investigation, a man is behind bars today, accused of killing a 71-year-old man in Ann Arbor. Back in February, 71-year-old Richard Fortune was found dead inside of his own home on Lillian Road, right near US 23. Police still have not revealed how Fortune was killed, but they say that his death was not random. The suspected killer is expected to face a judge sometime this afternoon. And the man suspected of beating 24-year-old to death, a 24-year-old man, is expected to face a judge today as well. Lawrence Davis is that man's name. He was accused of killing the boy that you saw there, the 24-year-old Tyler Wingate, in Detroit after a minor car crash just outside of a gas station on Livernois. Davis was arrested yesterday afternoon at an apartment complex on 8 Mile and is expected to be formally charged this afternoon. And now to a Local 4 News update. Charges have been dropped against a 10-year-old arrested after a game of dodgeball. Police say the boy allegedly threw a dodgeball at a classmate after that game was over, causing that classmate to have a concussion and bruises to his face. The boy was charged with aggravated assault as a minor. The mother of the boy charged can't believe that this happened.
This was a friend. This was a friend of his. And, you know, I'm sad that any mother would think that it's okay to say to her own child, like, not to play with a child because you got hurt and this and that.
Well, we should point out Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy dropped those charges, hoping that the families of the two involved will come to some sort of peaceful resolution. Billionaire Jeffrey Epstein was back before a judge this morning. We'll tell you why his team of attorneys says that they need more than a year before this case eventually goes to trial. And how activists say the Trump administration is getting around an order to stop separating families held at the border. And if you're just joining us, we are following breaking news right now out of Plymouth, where remains are being exhumed at a cemetery. The operation is part to identify unknown murder victims, but part of an investigation that began back in May when crews exhumed several victims at Knollwood Cemetery in Canton. Several agencies, including DPD, MSP, and the FBI, are working to exhume several victims at the United Memorial Gardens Cemetery. And the crews are looking for about 24 victims with cases that date back to as far as 1959.